All right, let's talk about something that's on pretty much everyone's mind these days, the cost of living crisis. We're going to break down what's actually happening to our wallets and why it feels like we're all just trying to stay afloat in some really choppy economic waters. So let's get right into it.
You know that feeling, right? You get your paycheck, you start paying the bills, you do a grocery run, and by the time you're done, you're just kind of staring at what's left, thinking, wait a minute, where did it all go? It's a super frustrating feeling, and trust me, you are not the only one feeling it.
And here's the thing. You are absolutely not imagining it. What we're seeing here really tells the whole story. On one side, you've got the cost of everything, food, gas, rent, just climbing steadily upwards. But then you look at wages, and for so many of us, they've basically just flatlined. That growing space between the two lines, that's the gap. That's the squeeze we are all feeling.
Which brings us to our first big idea here, the paycheck squeeze. And honestly, that name just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly describes that feeling of working harder and harder but just not getting anywhere. Kind of like you're on a treadmill and someone keeps cranking up the speed.
So let's get to the heart of it. The crucial point isn't just that things are more expensive. It's that prices are rising way faster than our paychecks are. Think of it like a race, and right now, prices are winning by a lot. That growing divide is the real engine driving this whole crisis. That's the squeeze.
Okay, so let's bring this down to earth. Where do we all feel this pinch the most? For a lot of us, I'm betting it's the grocery store. Which brings us right to our next section, which we're calling your shrinking shopping cart.
I mean, this image just says it all, doesn't it? A shopping cart on an escalator going up. It's the perfect picture of inflation in our daily lives. We're not talking about the price of something fancy going up. We're talking about the entire cart of stuff we actually need, our essentials, just getting more and more expensive.
And this is not some abstract economic theory. This is real life. Groceries, that's what you're putting on the table for your family. Fuel, that's how you get to your job. Housing, I mean, that's the roof over your head, and it's usually the biggest check you write all month. And utilities, well, you got to keep the lights on. Every single one of these is a major pressure point right now.
But here's a really crucial part of the story. This pressure, it doesn't hit everyone the same way. Not even close, which brings us to this idea of a tale of two paths. Because how this squeeze impacts you really depends on your starting point.
And these two images here really capture that idea. It's like our whole economy is at a fork in the road, and these pressures are acting like a giant unbalanced seesaw. This crisis is tipping the scales, sending people down very, very different financial paths. So let's spell it out. On one hand, you have people with assets, stocks, real estate, that kind of thing. For them, inflation can actually make their net worth grow. They're pretty insulated. But for the average person, it's a totally different reality. Your purchasing power, what each of your dollars can actually buy, is shrinking. You have fewer options, and you feel every single price hike, from milk to medicine.
This quote just hits the nail on the head. We're all in the same economic storm, sure, but some people are riding it out in a super yacht, while a whole lot of other folks are in a leaky rowboat just trying to stay afloat. It's the same storm, but it's an entirely different experience.
So, where does that leave us? What's the way forward?
Well, that brings us to our final section, searching for the key. Because, identifying the problem is one thing. Actually figuring out how to solve it, that's the real challenge.
This whole idea of searching for a key feels so right, because there are so many potential solutions being thrown around, right? People talk about raising wages, adjusting interest rates, building stronger social safety nets. But which one is the right key? The one that actually unlocks a more stable, balanced future for everyone? Well, the answer isn't obvious at all. And really, that's the big question we're left with. This isn't just about weathering the storm or just getting by. It's about how we build an economy where everyone has a real chance to be buoyant, not just a lucky few. So in this economy of massive challenges, how do we find that key to unlock a future where everyone, and I mean everyone, can truly stay afloat? That's something for all of us to think about.